Hey everybody, Garrett here, and today I'm going to be bringing you an viral disease that actually can become chronic, and that disease is called Lyme's. Lyme disease is the most common vector-borne illness in the United States. Lyme disease is caused by bacterium, mostly through ticks, though the doctors that I have talked to, Dr. Flaherty and multiple others, are starting to believe it could be other things as well in the environment, not just ticks. But the main vector is ticks. Possible cases for Lyme disease, and this is a quote from the CDC. Possible cases of Lyme disease are reported to state and local health departments by healthcare providers and laboratories. On average, there are about 30,000 cases of Lyme disease that are reported to the CDC, but in actual numbers, they are pretty sure it's about 300,000 people a year in the United States get Lyme disease. Now, on a biological level, Lyme's disease can literally damage the biology for good. If it is left untreated for a long period of time, it will damage the body to the point of non-repair. Like, in my body, I'm going to have permanent scars on my arms, back, other areas I can't talk about, but or would be appropriate, but you get the idea. They look like stretch marks, so at least that's good, but at the same time, they're permanent scars. Also, it can damage the actual neurology of the body, and I have that as well. Neurology, basically, my hand constantly shakes as long as I don't have control of it. If I'm tired, I have low attention span, this comes out forever, and it's not going to go away. Also, other things on a biological level that affect me is I have a low, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, and I guess that's a mixed bag because it's hard to like feel things, but it's hard to feel pain as well. Other symptoms are deja vu, rubber bands, fevers, uh, blurred visions, sensations or heart pains, sweat or chills, headaches or migraines, eye pains, tics, insomnia, hunger for air, yawning attacks, fatigue, concentration problems, fog in your brain, literal feelings like there's bugs in your stomach moving around like a slimy worm. It's terrible. And you also get feelings of drunkenness and all these kinds of things. On an individual level, it's tremendously stressful, especially for a student or anybody that's in a working position. You literally are not able to go to work or school for weeks or months at a time if you are on treatment. Because when you're on treatment, you get worse to get better. You are killing off the things in your body, and the things in your body get start making you more sick because they are dying off. And since that's in the bloodstream, it starts affecting the entire body, and you can't get out of bed. You can't do all these other things. You feel paranoid. You're in pain. You're in constant fatigue. You're in a constant fever state. It's hell, honestly. Um, on an interpersonal level, it's taxing on the family. It's very, very taxing on the family. It's not easy to see your son or your daughter or your father or your mother just suffer and you're not able to do anything about it. You can't do anything about it because what can you do? It's on the inside. You can't do anything. Then you have to buy stuff like this or 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 this just to make you feel normal. All of those things that I showed you each affect a different part of Lyme's disease, specifically for me, Bartonella and Babesia, which are Also bacterials that, like I said earlier, affect neurology as well as biology. Well, neurology is biology, but you get the point. Anyways, in a community setting, the person is often removed for a time being due to the treatment. And because the treatment is long and tedious, can take up to 4 years or longer. For me, it was 2 years, and I was removed from the community. I didn't have interactions with people outside of it because I was just constantly sick. I wasn't able to do anything. And also, it's stressful on friends. It's stressful on team sports if you have those going on. It's it's bad. As for policies, 504 plans can be made, and but mostly for Lymes, if you're in a working environment, it's up to the person in charge to either take pity on you or give you a leave of absence for that, because there isn't much legality to it since it's kind of new and it's barely understood. But for me, when I had it, I had a rough time getting a 504 plan due to the fact that Lyme's disease wasn't recognized as an actual disease. But for what I want to do for the population is basically teach people about it, but not like in a classroom setting. I'm talking about, when you walk into a state park, you see signs for rattlesnakes or cougars. Might as well slap one up for ticks too. A warning to be in dry grass areas or being around animals or something like that. Or like wear pants, wear bug spray in this area. That would be nice because they have warnings for rattlesnakes and all these things, but they don't have warnings for ticks. Uh, this affects all levels of the social ecological model because literally once you get Lyme's, it affects everything in your life, literally everything, uh, as well as target indicators or intervention. Basically, you want to reduce tick bites or the numbers because most believe it is tick bites, but at the same time, there is that other part where it can be hereditary. Your parents can give it to you. It can be passed down genetically, is what I'm saying. But it also can be due to the fact of something else in the environment. But they aren't sure what that is yet. Anyways, what I want to see come out of the intervention, I just want to see reduction in Lyme's disease, and I guess more government understanding, and I guess pizzazz for Lyme's disease, more understanding for it, more pity for it. Not pity, but like, yeah, we understand you're going through this disease, so I guess you can take it easy at work today or something, but not like that. Not like that. I guess it's not really fleshed out, but I just want better understanding for Lyme's. Though critique of the intervention is because it's so niche, there's so many people that don't get it, it's hard to actually implement. But when people do get it, it normally affects their entire life. Um, anyways, basically, I have the chronic version of Lyme's. I'm never going to recover from it because I got treatment too late. Though when I say treatment too late, I was told nothing was wrong with me, and then there was something wrong with me, and then there was nothing wrong with me for 2 years, and then when I went to the OSU clinic, they told me I had problems, and then I started getting treatment, and that took me 2 years to get through. Anyways, thank you, and goodbye.